All right, guys. Hey, what is up? I'm sorry. I have just been trying to get the Rumble stream working, and yeah, I did realize that the t- there, and I was I don't want to say this. I was literally live streamed in YouTube, and then I was like, oh crap, the other stream isn't working, and let me fix it. And the whole time I was like, I forgot to put myself in the room because I didn't. Because anytime I do this by myself, it's a step I always forget, man. I always forget that step. Hope everybody's doing good out there. Let me just quickly go around here and see who's in my channel and stuff. The video is live on YouTube and Rumble. So Rumble makes you um put in another stream key. It looks like I couldn't get it to go. I thought it was just like once you had a key, like that would be your key, and then you could just like click on it and go like using the duck. But it didn't work that way. So I had to go ahead and do something different. So yeah. So I stopped the stream and then edited a new stream while I was live and got the other stream up and running. Pretty sure that's how it worked. Classic, I forgot to unmute Dan. Yeah. Well, yeah, there's that. Sorry. Oh God. Uh dude, Rumble is weird. Yeah, Rumble is weird. But I think it'll get better. I mean, like I said, I gotta redo the keys every time I get online. So I have to delete the old Rumble channels that I created in the StreamYard, the software I use to broadcast with. So you know, I need to when I configure it, it's just I'm learning. So that's why I was doing it tonight because I was like, well, if I want to go on later or do some broadcasting on both channels, simulcasting, I need to know how to do it. Um, and I sent you some money on Rumble. You did? Oh, okay. Hold on. Let me see. I don't know. You did, man. What's up? Oh my god, dude, that's sweet. Thank you, Bearlam. Dude, that's cool. Yeah, and that's another thing. You can kind of I can be monetized over here. That's sweet. Nice to see you on this platform. Yes, I'm glad I'm over here. And like I said, I plan on like I feel like I can grow again. I'm sorry. I just really was bummed with YouTube, man. I mean, all that time, you know how many hours I put in trying like my damnedest, man, to get some traction there. And I remember it was like, dude, this is no lie. So this is quick story time. It'll be like story time hour because I really have no content. I'm just effing around trying to play with the software. But yeah, a long time ago, when I was a young lad on YouTube, I young bright-eyed podcaster. I thought maybe, that first year I had like, I don't know, 20 something thousand subs or something. I don't know. It blew up my channel. Had some viral video action, had some big ones, man. And then there was like something happened like Mandela wise. Like I remember my views were gone on one of the videos. Like I remember my pyramid video was huge. I think there was a shift or something because one day I looked and that thing had over 1 million views, and then one day it was only at 300,000 views. So either they just removed my views or we shifted. I don't know, whatever. But I remember, man, I remember thinking, dude, I want to make this shit work. I can do this. And then all of a sudden it was like it just like they just started turning. It was like a faucet, and they just started slowly turning it every month. Man, it was like less and less and less. But my content was during that time. It was like the best it's ever been. Like videos and my production was there. My I was broadcasting like 3 times a week. Like, there's no way I shouldn't have grown. I mean, plus we weren't just talking about Mandela effects. We were doing stuff. So I thought it would be cool. But it didn't work. And they shut that shit down. I mean, like literally shut that shit down where my subscribers started going in reverse. Like I started losing subscribers. Like I was like, dude, this is fucking crazy. And then I realized like, so my monetization was going up. My Everything was on the up that first year. And at some point, they just decided that they didn't want my content, but I didn't leave because I'm so hard headed. I was like, screw you. I don't care. Um, Thank you. Barely since I had like almost 23,000 subs on my old channel. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like what you see there literally is I was like, I might have grown a few hundred for the next 3 or 4 years. Dude, this shit was ridiculous. I had like 20,000 my first year. No lie. No cap. No cap. No cap, bro. No, seriously. I had it was good. And then my, I was like, I could totally do this. And yeah, I never they fucked me, man. And then shortly after that, after I wouldn't go away, then it was like, oh, we're gonna start, slamming your channel. But dude, I'm sorry. I was talking about the jabber Ruski and stuff like that. I know. And the political stuff. I know. I know. I get it. But dude, I mean, there's no way I could, with a good conscience, shy away from those topics if I thought they were going to hurt people. So, whatever. It's sad because it was really dead. Honestly, when I saw all the really big channels I used to be subscribed to, the channels I would, I don't know. I think of like the Black Child channels like that, like really good conspiracy channels, man, just getting axed. I knew, man. It was like, oh, the writing's on the wall. And I even said that, in my broadcast. I was like, just wait, man. Right now, it's the bigger guys. It's the channels with hundreds, thousands of views and or hundreds and thousands of subscribers and whatever, 300,000 subs. And I said, those guys are going first. But I said, don't worry. I said, it'll be me too. Sure enough. And I tried to be all stealthy about it. And after a while, I was like, well, I'm not going to grow here. So I could at least talk to my people, talk to the peeps, and get out the message and stuff. And that's all I really cared about at that point. Growing and all that and building something was sort of like, I just lost interest in it. It really sucks to put up like, when you used to put up videos and make videos, you get 30,000 like views. I mean, it's nice because you're like, oh, people appreciate. It's like an artist, people you like it when people appreciate your work or buy your art. You like, sorry, that shows appreciation. So I was super stoked by that, and then, but it wasn't my main thing. It was just to survive. It was shit, man. I lost everything. So that was just to help. Fuck, man, buy some food and pay the bills and stuff. I wasn't driving around. I'm not like one of those YouTubers like has that big ass house with no furniture and a Lamborghini. I wasn't that guy. So yeah. Anyway, you know, it was something. But now I'm on Rumble, and like barely I'm just throwing me that first bone. I was like, dude, that's kind of cool. And don't get me wrong. I mean, I obviously, would love to, if I knew that I had an audience and I knew people appreciated me, and there was a way to show it or a way to maybe, you know, make a little bit doing this, that'd be great. I'm not gonna lie, that's super cool. But I always give back. So, whatever I do, I typically try to help other people. And it's not really all about the money or nothing like that. I've got a job and I make plenty of money doing that. So it's fine. I'm not worried or tripping about it. But like I said, it's the thought, it's the energy that comes from it. And so that's nice. Very cool. Hey, new noise guru isn't. Oh, sorry, I'm checking just the. You guys really need to go to Rumble. Um, please do because I mean, like, guys, YouTube is really a dead horse. I mean, YouTube sucks. I mean, let's be honest. I tried. I was hoping maybe it'd come back, unless Elon Musk buys YouTube. But even if he does, I don't know if you can bring it back, man. They're just so toxic, and I really don't think any of us should be here. I mean, I will still load a stream in here and stuff like that, even a video. but I don't expect much out of it. It's just to do it so people have another platform to, they might see my stuff and be like, oh yeah. But I ultimately think like we're at that stage right now where it's like, do I go with Facebook or do I go with what's the other one? Damn, why can't I think tonight? Um, who is it? It's Facebook and what was the other one? I can't remember. God damn, it's been for so long. You know what I'm talking about, like the other platforms that we had going on. Damn, what's the name on Rumble? Oh, Scarab Performance. Let's see. Let me go here. Hold on a minute. Let me post it in here. There. There's the Rumble channel right there. MySpace. Thank you, Mr. Million. Damn, I couldn't think of MySpace for some reason. Anyway, I'm tired. It was a long, long day. Oh my God, the drama at work. Let me just explain some of my drama. So everyone at my work is very well to do, or they were. They are all somebody's in life. So now they're all retired, and they. I remember when I first got my position as director, I like one of the. I call her the fun fairy. She's the one that's in charge of like basically scheduling all the activities and you know and well, I can't remember her title, but I named her the fun fairy. Anyway, the fun fairy came to me and she's like, hey, we have these card tables, since you're over facilities and stuff, do you think you could get those recovered for us? And there were card tables that are made out of vinyl on the top and wood on the outside, and I thought as a card table, I thought, why don't we make this out of felt? Like we cover it in a felt. And I was thinking like a pool table or something. Like I felt like, a good one. And I had them going for it, but then there was this one lady and she was like, no, they gotta be exactly the way they were. And I wasn't gonna argue with it. It's like, whatever y'all want. If you want to do vinyl again, we'll do vinyl. Fine. So I did them in vinyl. And then so some time passed. We had them recovered after Christmas. And apparently they're not happy with them, but nobody told me. So one of the ladies just like took a big piece of vinyl and then took some they call it like carpet tape. I don't know if you guys know what carpet tape is, but it's like imagine double-sided tape with a vengeance. It's like double-sided tape, man, but it's real sticky stuff. Anyway, so she grabbed that and she just stuck that onto the wood on the outside and just covered it with a piece of vinyl or sorry, the she just covered it with the fabric, you know? And I was like, holy shit, man, why would she do that? She covered it with a so she covered it with felt, a big piece of square felt, and she put over it, and then she had stuck that to that. So I was like, so a bunch of people more in the managerial side of things kind of came to me and they're like, she can't really do that. She's not supposed to. And I'm like, oh crap. Oh man. I was like, I don't really want to get involved in this, It's like shit. Do I really, really want to be messing with this? Because I mean, the way I was, I tapped out because I told them what they needed, and nobody wanted to listen to me. They all were like, "No, we want the vinyl," and they even agreed they wanted felt. And then once this one lady started piping up, that she got them to believe it, like just forget everything, and they all like followed her like sheep, and they were like, "Yeah, we want the vinyl." I'm like, "Fuck, okay, whatever, fine, fine. You want vinyl? I'll give you one." Anyway, chick does it, and like some people in my office, and they keep trying to remind me that I'm the director, so I should. They don't want to deal with this lady. They live with her. You know what I'm saying? They all have to live together, so they want me to do the dirty work. I'm like, God damn, man, I really just don't want to get involved in this. Jesus, it's not going to go good. Okay, fine. So I go in there and I tear it off. And I tore off that sticky ass carpet tape and everything. And I folded all the felt pieces real nice and I stuck them in like a little cabinet. And that chick came up looking, man. She was like, "What happened to my tables?" And she come find, dude, she went looking for me, right? Made a V line right for me. That lady was mad. And I was like, "Oh, shit." And I just looked right at her and I said, "Yeah, I did it." And she's like, "Why?" And I said, "Well," I said, "You can't put shouldn't be putting carpet tape on that wood, you know? It's a nice wood. You're gonna tearing it up, and the only way to remove the carpet tape is to take off the felt." And so I had to do it. And I tried to explain to her, and I thought we were cool, you know? I thought at the end of the day, I told her, I was like, "We will recover it in a normal felt if you want." And I said, "I have no problem doing that." And so I thought, "Dude, all right, we're good." Man, she walks by me, and I'm sitting at the concierge desk, talking to the concierge, just kicking it. And she walks by, and she just totally, dude, she gives me the laser beam eyes. Like, I could tell, I could feel like I didn't really see her look at, like, I saw her walk by, but I could feel, like, I could feel the daggers, like, oh, I was like, oh shit. So I asked Julie, who was the other concierge, I said, "Hey, did Miss I don't want to say her name, but anyway, so I just said, did she just like give me like did she just give me dagger eye? She just give me is she giving me shade over here? What's going on?" And yeah, she's like, yeah, she was like, she looked at you like she want to kill you or something. I went, oh crap. So at that moment I realized I better go check my email. So there it was. She put out this horrible email about me and was saying all this stuff. And I defend myself with these people. I don't ever back down. So I'm like, well, I told her, I said, I don't mince words. I mean, I just tell people I'm just as direct as I can be. I'm not mean, but I had to tell her that when you have nice tables and a piece of felt that's just laying over the top of it, that's stuck on with tape, that is not indicative of our establishment. Like, we have to hold ourselves to a higher standard. I started out by saying it was absolutely tacky, but I didn't say that. I erased that one. But I did say, like it's just it wasn't very becoming of our establishment to do that. We have you know, we have to do things a little bit differently here because of the money that's involved. And we try to keep the place really nice. We don't want to just start throwing felt over tables. And honestly, it looked like something like a crackhead would create. I mean, that's just legit. But yeah, that was it. I got my ass in trouble. Well, not really in trouble. I'm not in trouble. I'm not even worried about it. I didn't do anything wrong. I mean, I've only done trying to help. And my other solution was, I was like, look, we'll recover them the right way. And then I even extended the olive branch and said, "You can help me shop for the felt if you would like, pick out the color. You know, what are you gonna do? You know, you can't make I got 250 freaking residents, man. I can't make all these people happy. And this is like an HOA, so every one of these people is like my boss. Imagine that crazy." So anyway, there's that. And then to make matters worse, I got another story. I was driving home and I stopped. Anybody ever stop at In-N-Out Burger? You guys ever eat In-N-Out Burger? Well, I haven't had In-N-Out Burger in years. So I'm driving and I see an In-N-Out Burger. I'm like, ooh, I'm gonna stop me and get me a cheeseburger or something. And they asked me, do I want to eat in the car? I said, yeah. So they give you like this box and they give you like the fries in there. So you can just reach over and eat fries. It's pretty cool. And so I'm eating this burger, I'm driving. It's an automatic, there's no way on the road. It's safe. So I start chowing down on this burger. And I had like, I must have ate 2/3 of the burger before, and I just kept thinking, why is this thing so chewy? You know, just could not figure it out. I was like, what the fuck is this? It's good. It tastes good, but there's just something. What is it? It's like the bread is kind of like, I don't know how to explain it. It wasn't, I don't know, man. It was weird. It's like biting into this thing, and it just felt wrong. Like there was something not right with it. Like maybe the bread was kind of stale or something. I don't know. I was just like, what the fuck? So I started looking down and I got, it's got that white outer wrapper they give you. But I had no idea they put this like really thin membrane, like paper bag over it. Like, I'm like, son of a bitch. I ate the fucking paper bag. Like, how the hell did I do that? I mean, how do you eat the paper? I didn't even, I didn't even know it was there. It's like the same color as the bun, man. It's dark. You can't see shit. Has anybody ever ate the paper bag from the paper wrapping that's from an In-N-Out burger? Son of a bit. Dude, that's fucked up. Man, I was mad as hell. I ate all that bag, man. Oh, dude, I can't even imagine. This sucks. Anyway. I'm just saying, anybody else want to cop out to that? Oh my God. Oh, jeez. Anyway, there's that. So my burger just didn't even taste right, because I ate I ate a lot of paper. But seriously, go to In-N-Out Burger. I'm not kidding you. You cannot, dude, it's so thin. It's like a membrane or something, like a bag. It's like a paper membrane that's over the door. I didn't even know it was there, man. They should like give a brother a heads up. I'm just saying. It's flavor. VW12. Right? Oh my God. Jeez. Anyway, what a day, man. First I first I get bitched out at work and then I drive home and ate a bag. Damn it. Jeez. All right, so let me check back over here with the oh sweet. Yeah. We got 5 guys. Okay, so I'm over here on Rumble now. I don't know if these are new people or not, because I'm on the Rumble thing. Uh-oh. Okay. I think there's a flat Earth guy in here. Cool. Maybe. I don't know. Earth's rotation is 1,000 miles per hour. Earth's orbits around the sun at 66,600 miles per hour. The sun's orbit around the galaxy is. It's funny about the 666. There's a lady I had a call. She's one of the residents, and she's on one of the committees, that oversees the facility as well. And her number is like literally like 6066. So I told her today as a joke, I said, zero really isn't a number. So technically the last 3 digits of your phone is 666. She's Catholic. She was like, she's like, oh my God. I'm always, man, I kid a lot. I always joke with these people. I'm sorry. Probably get in trouble. Let's see. I don't know what's going on here, but people are having a good old conversation in the Rumble chat, so that's awesome. And YouTube's doing real good. All right. Here's a video clip. Dude, I was like, man, people crazy. All right. Let's watch this. Hold on. Let me get the StreamYard up. See, present. All right, let's check out this chick here. This is a I don't know what you call this. Definitely not a girl I'd want to date. Let's check out girl here. I think she's holding something. I think that's a gun.
Play that shit. You see that hole in the motherfucking ceiling right there? That's the first shot. The second one I won't fucking miss. I promise you. Try me. I won't miss. I promise you. I promise you. I promise you. I won't miss. I will not fucking miss. I won't miss at all. I will not miss. I don't give a fuck, nigga. You think I give a fuck? I don't care. Get the fuck off of me. I don't care. Let all you motherfucking hoes know you in a motherfucking relationship.
Okay.
Now.
Damn, that's messed up, dude. Girl was gonna shoot him live. Dang, she didn't shoot him, by the way. It's okay. I'm just saying though, man. Damn, that's a mean ass chick, dude. my god. I mean, there's nothing soft about that chick right there. Holy shit. And, she like Puerto Rican or something too. You hear that accent? You better tell them whores. Oh man. Oh goodness. Yeah. So yeah, I never dated a girl that crazy. I told you about the time I dated a girl who stalked me and stuff. But that was like in the 80s and stuff, man. You couldn't even talk about that. Like, cause what was I supposed to do? I mean, wow. The blonde with big boobies keeps following you around. God, kids, suck it up, like nobody cared. Nowadays they might care now, but back then nobody cared. I couldn't tell nobody. I couldn't cry about it. I just had to deal with it. Like anybody who's getting stalked. You sneak out the back window, do it at night, in the cover of darkness. Girl moved in across the street. That's how bad this was bad, man. This girl moved in across the fucking street. She got to know my neighbor, and my neighbor was needing a roommate. And I remember that girl moved in across the street and just sat on her car and watched me. I watched my house. That's no joke. I mean, damn. Anyway, yeah, yeah. That's the only crazy. That's like the craziest one I dated. It's pretty crazy, but yeah. Anyway, well, I'm glad to know the Rumble's working, and I'm sorry I didn't really have much content. I just had a few clips to maybe show. This is kind of funny too, dude. So bad. This is so wrong. Oh my god, you guys have to see this one, dude. So this dad, when. Okay, so my theory is that, like, how they like they're always forcing men into, like, it's like, I don't know. There's always like the blurring of the line. There used to be a line, right? And like when women would be pregnant, the men were kind of like sort of off to the side. We really didn't get involved in all that, and they kept us in one room, and we weren't in there when it was happening, and like we didn't have to see none of that. Now they're like, you got to be in there now, gown up, do the breathing. They want you there. Okay, you need to see what you did. You misogynistic bastard with your penis. You need to see what you did. But just I want you to see this clip because it's like funny, man. Because like everyone's always like, oh, the newborn baby. I always think newborn babies look like lizards, like straight up. Newborn babies like straight up out like freak me out. I'm like, oh man, I don't know. I don't care if it's my own kid. I'm like, mm-mm. I'm like, this. I'll look at you in about a week when you got some color and you look different. Anyway, just want you got to see his dad's face, man. This is so messed up. Okay, here it is. Here we go.
Dad, look at Tate's baby cousin. Look.
What is that?
It's her baby. He's so cute.
So cute.
He's like horrified. He's like, oh shit, what is that? Oh my god. I know, bro. I feel you, bro. I do. Oh damn. Oh god. I'm gonna go to hell. I'm sorry. That was terrible. I shouldn't laugh at that baby. Anyway, just saying. God dang. That's an ugly baby. What is that? I know, Crip not. I died laughing, man. I was like, oh god. He's like, what the? He's like, what is that? He's like, oh, oh god. I gotta breathe. Okay. All right. Anyway. It's so funny. Oh. God. I keep laughing because I got the video clip up and I keep just staring at the dude's face in utter horror. He's just like, holy shit. And then I guess his daughter's like say something nice. It's a baby. Oh God. Anyway, That was just funny. Sorry. I got composure. See, when I'm by myself, man, it's like there's no way there to save me. No Fizzy, no nobody. And I reached out to Fizzy too, but she didn't answer. So there's that. Oh God. What are you gonna do? Let's see what else I got here. I'm just looking around. Please. The the Neo-Roman era is neither Neo nor Roman. Talk amongst yourselves. Oh, that's Saturday Night Live. Sorry. I saw this one. I gave this to Noble. There was a man that killed. Apparently, the guy was a sex offender. Like, not the guy did the killing. He killed a sex offender with a shovel and a moose antler. And I posted in our group, and I was like, "Have we heard from Noble? Have we heard from Noble?" Huh. Let's see here. Did you guys see? Heard the Oscars went off last night. Heard it was less political than it's been because they've been losing like viewership for the last 5-6 years. Like seriously, like a million people that watch that show. I mean, nobody cares anymore. Nobody cares. But yeah, I heard it. I heard it was there was a funny joke though. There was one that I think let's see here. We'll listen to part of it here. It was actually I gotta give him credit. It was damn spot on, especially if you know some history about these weirdos in Hollywood. Um, and by the way, Rachel was talking about maybe going back to Hollywood, and I was like, I think she posted that on Facebook. I was like, why would you do it? Why? Why are you gonna go sell out, girl? I swear to God, freaking dude, like Hollywood's like a rock to all you lizards, like a warming rock. You just slither back and just want to lay on that rock. Goodness gracious. All right, let's listen in here. This is Mark Dice's channel.
About another certain group of people, black people.
5 Irish actors are nominated tonight, which means the odds of another fight on stage just went way up.
Oh, so you're referencing the Fighting Irish. So you're feeding into ethnic stereotypes, right, Jimmy? Maybe the Irish do tend to fight more than certain other white ethnic groups, but as everybody knows, there's another ethnic group who's
Okay, let me find the jokes. There was another one. The Little Mermaid is not the Little Mermaid I remember. Okay, all right. Well, they changed her too. Captain America. All them people are getting changed now. Oh man, I mean, it's just like the thing is I don't like about all this is, dude, I have no problem with whatever, but like the fact it just feels so forced. I mean, it just feels forced. I mean, it's just like here, let's have all this racial equality and whatever. You can't even see a commercial anymore without like being a mixed couple. I mean, it's got to be a mixed couple. Everyone's a mixed couple. Like, really? Like, I get it, there's mixed couples, and that's not a problem. No problem. But, dude, every commercial's got it. I mean, you guys are a bunch. I mean, it's just ridiculous how everyone's just so woke. It just, doesn't feel natural. It just feels forced. There was one he made a joke, Seth Rogen, and who was it? He made one about Seth Rogen, and I think it was one of the directors, and it was actually a funny joke. He basically said they were the Joe and Hunter Biden of Hollywood. Was it? Damn, I can't remember. Anyway, I can't even find the clip. Dang it, I don't know. It was in here somewhere. Oh, there he is. Yeah, here it is. Here it goes.
Years and referenced Hunter and his, personal problems. Hollywood relic. Time to get rid of gendered awards. Surprisingly, the host, Jimmy Kimmel, did make a joke about Hunter Biden, which I think it's the first time a liberal comedian has, well, made me laugh in years and referenced Hunter and his, well, personal problems.
This is my favorite duo of the year, Steven Spielberg and Seth Rogen. What a pair. The Joe and Hunter Biden of Hollywood.
Seth Rogen, if
Ooh.
you don't know, is best known for
There was some stories about Steven and you remember Poltergeist? No, girl. Yeah, Seth Rogen is just yeah. Yeah, we all know about Seth and yeah, his drug issues. So yeah, there you go. I think that joke hit pretty damn deep. Steven Spielberg doesn't look too happy with it. And Rogan over here, Seth looks like he's like, yeah, pretty much pretty good. Anyway, there was that. I saw the new Chris Rock. Have you guys seen that? Oh, it's kind of crazy. Chris Rock goes off on yeah, he just dude, he just laid into Mr. God, what can I fucking think tonight? Anyway, Jada Pinkett and what can I think of his God, I am losing it tonight, guys. I'm so sorry. I am just beat. It was yeah, so Chris Rock was talking. Well, who did he get slapped by? Who am I thinking of, guys? Let's see. Will Smith. God dang it, man. Yeah, Will Smith. So Will Smith, he went off on him, man, and it was like I mean, it was bad, man. He tore into him pretty good. And rightfully so, I guess. I keep thinking though, there was somebody that pointed out that there was a clip in a movie where this exact scene, almost the exact same thing happened, where somebody got up and smacked one of the hosts, and I'm like, damn, man, it's so strange. Like, I don't know. I mean, yeah, they're both, going at each other. And again, I, I'm, I keep saying it. It looks like before he hit him, Chris sort of leans into it so he doesn't fall backwards, right? Like he kind of knows it's coming. And, I don't know. I keep thinking about this whole thing. Like, you know what? It could have easily been a stage thing, and they could easily be creating this fight between these two. And in turn, Chris gets to talk some shit about him, about Will Smith, and then there'll be some back and forth about it just creates a good public debate and discourse. And I think anytime you can do it, whether it be positive or negative, they don't care. I mean, they will choose negativity actually more so, I think, than positivity, because positivity is nice, but negatively just it has more staying power, the beef between the two men. So I still contend that the shit is I'm about 90% sure that was a stage thing. And the fact that, yeah, Will Smith is an actor. So, there you go. But yeah, just the stuff that Chris Rock said in the stand up, I was like, holy shit, dude. I mean, it deservedly so. I mean, if it were, and they got to make it look good. They got to make it, they got to keep selling it, right? And of course, he said something, and they're going to go to Wilson. What do you think? What do you think of Chris Rock's statements about you being a punk or whatever? And it just creates this beef. And then so everyone wants to know, which team are you on? Who do you side with? Who do you, I don't know. They love it. Yeah, right, Bruce. It's all definitely part of the show, my man. Let's see here. Well, I don't even know because you guys might have different names. I see some similar names over here in Rumble. Great to see whoever is here, and that's awesome. Thank you, Bear Lamb. Again, it says a friend and neighbor of mine lost their brother from a massive heart attack in North Dakota while he was driving an 18-wheeler. He was vaccinated 4 times. Oh shit. You know, it's weird. I just watched a clip of a guy in an 18-wheeler smash into some. Was it? I wanted it. It looked like the 18-wheeler didn't even stop, and maybe the guy was asleep at the wheel, or maybe he died at the wheel. Ah, man, I don't know. I'm just saying, what a trip if that was actual. I don't know if that was the actual event, but it was exactly like you described. So makes me wonder. Um, I don't know, man. You know, oh, there's Beth. Beth is over here. Okay. All right. Cool. Who thinks the East Palestine, Ohio train derailment was bad or a false flag? Um, by the way everything took place and how covert it was to not warn the residents and to, light that stuff on fire. Um, and the fact that the Biden administration um, and all these agencies just completely like ignored it for so long, like it really didn't even happen. Yeah, I kind of feel like it was a false flag type thing. I think that I think the jury's still out on what they're gonna do. I just watched another video of a guy from like a guy doing like a documentary of the people there, and he's talking about how one of his friends is still he's coughing up blood and stuff, and how it's really affected him. So, you know, who's to say? I mean, another thing too is like some people think it's going to be some sort of land grab, and they're going to like try to force people out. And again, I always say they do this stuff too because it's kind of it's sort of a litmus test to see what we'll accept. So people don't fight back, right? And they just move and they're like, "Oh, boohoo, I'm losing my house. You suck, government." But they still leave anyway, and they don't really put up much of a fight. Then the government wins, you know. They're gonna be like, well, then now we can go along. People are gonna, basically listen to us, and they're gonna leave their homes, and they're gonna, and at the end of the day, the government's suggestions are gonna win out. Whereas I think that's mainly it. Is it like a poison? It probably is. Obviously, it killed a lot of animals and stuff. Um, but how long is it going to linger and stuff like that? I don't know. Is it something that over time would dissipate and it wouldn't be really anything? But because it's in the soil now, they feel like they have to move people more than likely. But I feel like it's a test run. I think these things are test runs, man. Um, and it is weird though, it's so weird how one like all these food processing plants burn, and then people say, well, maybe, we just don't know about all the process, like maybe it happens all the time. Maybe plants do catch on fire all the time. Sure, I agree. But it'd be different types of plants, it just seems too ironic that like plants that are producing food or whatever all start on fire, you know. Um, and I don't know. We'll see what happens with the banks too. I mean, so I asked somebody today. I said, so what happened to the economy? I guess the stock market took a dive right on Friday. So I said, when it opened back up, what happened? And it was like just one of a few points, and I was like, ooh, that's not good. Because a lot of times when it falls that far, then the people swoop in to buy things at a lower price because they know it's going to recover. But the fact that everybody's still kind of waiting to see is not good. So I don't know. Maybe they're waiting for it to run its course, and more stuff's going to happen. What I wonder is if how many people have kind of thought in their minds. I've had it in the back of my mind, like, should I be pulling out some cash right now, or should I be, going to my bank and just, just saying. I know I'm not the only one. There's got to be other people thinking it from other banks, and it wouldn't take a lot to just start seeing some lines outside of a bank for people then to post out on social media and be like, look, man, there's people lined up at Bank of America, and people freak the F out and really create a run on a bank that maybe they don't need to. but because we're all, so reactive, I think that's what they're hoping happens. So, and I was telling somebody that when they were talking about this, I said, yeah, I think they've got to do this. I mean, if you can't have this old system in place for your new world order, you got to destroy the financial system and bring in something new. That's a given. So the old system has to die, and they're doing everything they can to kill it. Proxy wars, bank runs, inflation, you name it. It's all kind of happening. I wouldn't be surprised if this year you start, seeing some. I would just say to everybody, like, look, just stabilize yourself right now. Kind of get ready for the hit, because I do believe that that's probably coming real soon. I'm trying to get into a position right now where if I have to, lay low or whatever and hunker down, I can. I think it's good for everybody to kind of think like that. I'm not saying to go out and like store up food or anything like that, but I'm just saying, like, if you can, get rid of some debt or anything like that, go ahead and do it. See if you can save back a few months rent or whatever you need. See if that can happen. Because I think that, yeah, when this happens, it's going to be really bad. I mean, people are going to, like, I feel like they're already talking about massive layoffs in certain industries and stuff like that. So, yeah, I mean, the writing's all on the wall, people. I mean, you can't not see it. It's right there. So I just think a lot of people are going to be in really dire shape right now. I was, looking at maybe getting another house and stuff, but then I thought, no, man, I'm not going to do that. I'm not buying in right now. No, it's a bad time. Don't wait. Don't do it. Don't do it. So something just kept telling me not to do it. So I have, my mother passed away. So I have access to her house. I don't know if I spoke on this or not about all that, but we had a situation where the roommate she had was a hoarder and destroyed the house, unbeknownst to any of us. My mother didn't really tell us this was happening, and I guess she just sort of like, I don't know, man, it's so messed up. So I'm going into the house now and I'm getting everything cleaned up and probably move over there and just stay there and fix it up, and that way I can just money that would go towards like paying for rent somewhere or buying a house I can stay there and just fix hers up. And it does need some TLC, but once you clear out all the crap out of there and you start repainting the walls and all that stuff like that, I think I can bring it back. A lot of people are just telling me to sell, but I don't think right now is a good. I think it's better to have a place like that with that's less expensive to live in. Is a much better place to hunker down, and I think that would be a smart move, just because everything's so volatile right now. And so that's what I'm doing. And that's what I'm doing on the weekends. So I'm really tired because I'm going over there and cleaning up all this mess. And you guys have no idea. Let me just tell you how bad this situation is. It's like a 1,500 square foot house. I bought a 30-yard Holloway dumpster, filled that up to the rim. Then I've thrown away at least, literally, I am not kidding. I've had to throw away at least 200 of those large black trash bags of just shit. I remember when Hoarders was on TV, and I remember seeing, like, thinking to myself, like, holy shit, how can these people be so like sick in the head where they're holding on to all this stuff, everything has meaning, and like, but then you see it and like nothing makes sense. Like I'm throwing away stuff that is literally just garbage, just it's shit, it's nothing. It's like you got to get rid of it, you know. um there's nothing really to keep. My mother's stuff was nice and it's still there, but that other her roommate, man, he this guy was just collecting bullshit. I mean, and I try to wrap my head around why you would, you know, keep this shit. Why would you keep the? It's I can't even explain it. It just it makes no sense at all. Well, the neighbor across the street, just thank God he is a scrapper. Now he did have a problem with drugs a long time ago, and he's got himself clean now, but he still does the scrapping part of it because he, you know, I guess he got into trouble and maybe he can't really find a job or whatever. He's actually been a really big help. You know, he loved my mother, and so that's really nice. So he's come over and he's helping me clean up everything, and you know, he's got a truck. You know, I don't have a truck, so that's nice that we can. I rented a Holloway dumpster thing that has a lift gate on the back, so it just lifts the whole thing and dumps. It's kind of cool. It's like a dump truck, you know, a little baby dump truck. But anyway, I got that for a week, and we're cleaning out the backyard, and we're just getting it all out there, man. And it's so nice just to see it transform, like all that junk. We cut down like a bunch of trees and like stuff that was sprouting. I mean, they were junk trees, by the way. You wouldn't want to hug them. They were awful. So we were doing that, and you know, I got to tear out the carpets and I got to do all that. So I'm trying to get the garage space available so that I can move some furniture in there, and then I can just clear out a room and just start building my way back, you know. And I'm really looking forward to seeing what it's going to look like when I'm done. But I got a lot of work ahead of me. But the good news is that, you know, it won't cost me anything to live there except for, you know, what I put into the house, and then I'll be able to recoup that money whenever I decide to sell, right? So, but whatever, it's not really about that. It's more like right now, it's just about, you know, survival and trying to hunker down a little bit in case things get rough, you know. Um, I don't know. I think we're in for. I just don't think, you know, this administration is going to go quietly. I think that they know that we know. Well, we know what's up. I mean, it's pretty obvious now what's happening, right? I mean, nobody can say, "Oh no, man, it's just, you know, you're just a conspiracy theorist. You're just, you know, you're looking into things too deeply." I mean, they're really not trying to wreck the country. Are you kidding me? Like dude, we are so divided right now, and that's why I kind of put a post on one of the videos. Like, there is such a line in the sand right now. Either you're choosing to go with the New World Order or freedom. That's where we're at. You're either on the side of freedom or that, because of the censorship and everything else. I mean, look what they did. Look at the Twitter files stuff that they're talking about. How they literally came out and just were. I mean, they have all the information talking about how they were using Twitter, right, as a governmental tool to change opinions, okay, on everything. They had embedded FBI. I don't know if they had CIA, but I know they had embedded FBI inside Twitter, and I'm sure they do in all these social media platforms. But like, dude, and then the fact that when they're up there talking to these guys, these reporters, award-winning reporters, they are they're trying so hard to support the side of tyranny on one side. It's just you can't even believe it. I mean, everybody should be able to say, "My God, this is not right." I mean, they are silencing people with Twitter accounts. They're steering the narrative. I mean, it's completely obvious. We've seen the J6 stuff. They lie. I mean, of course they were lying. I mean, my one of my videos I put out about J6, talking. It just showed the police opening the barricades. I mean, now I've seen more, and it's just like, yeah, it's just yeah, it's more of an indication that I was right. But I think all of us knew what was going on with that. We knew that there was going to be, obviously some people in there, but the people that were really causing it, man, were they were like COINTELPRO people. They were provocateurs, and they were going in there, and they were the ones doing it. Mr. Epps, got to go inside the Capitol, inside. So there it is. Hold on a second, got a phone call. Oh, it's Fizzy. What the hell? Yes, Fizzy.
Let me in there.
Okay, hang on. Let me let you in. Hold on. Okay. Bye. All right, there's Fizzy. Hold on. Okay, let's see here. Where's Fizzy? All right, let me stop sharing here. Let me do an invite here. All right, sorry, Fizz. I'm over tabbed, and I get when I'm over tabbed. I can't find anything. Let's see here. There we go. Fizzy. There you go. All right, girl. Can't believe you're up. Boom. Come on in. Make her sweat. Let me in, Dan. Dan. Okay. Fizzy. This broadcast, yeah, this could have went better, I think. I really don't know. I'm just like, this is a total, like, just hit the go button and try it out. And then I was like, I don't even know how long I'll be on or anything like that. But all right, Fizzy, I sent you the link. I'm waiting. All right. I'll wait till Fizzy gets here. Man, there's another. I know I should be posting some links too, man, because there was this one. I gotta go find it. It was so cool. I love the ones about I don't know. I just love giant trees. I have a thing about giant trees, man. I don't want to hear any hugging jokes. I'm just saying, like, giant trees and Nephilim and all that stuff. I just think is so cool. But this guy put out a video where he was trying to show that this rock formation was like a branch of one of these, or maybe it was the trunk of I don't know what it was. It was either the trunk of the tree or it was a branch, but the damn thing was huge. And he was showing, like, look at this rock. This isn't a rock. This is a petrified piece of wood. It was massive. And it's like, who knows, man? It probably was just a big old branch. Let me see if I can find it. But yeah, I really think that was cool. Okay, let's see. Fizzy. All right, Fizzy. Where are you at? You need to check your hangouts. Let me see. Sorry, guys. I'm just looking for that one video here. I think you guys should see it. It's cool. I mean, he made some good points. And I was like, oh, yeah, there it is. There it is. I found it. It's called Who Cut Down the Trees? Yeah, they defiled all the trees. They sure did. But anyway, that's cool. I'll show you a clip from it. Is it this one? Wait a minute, let me make sure it's this one. Yeah, all those mesas and stuff. And they even talk about this one area that is petrified trees. And I didn't know they really admitted to it. So I think maybe it is in Sedona. Oh, this is it. Yeah. Here's part of the video I'm talking about. This thing is so freaking like cool. So it is. Oh, there's Fizzy. Fizzy. Hey, girl. What's up?
Good morning.
Good morning. Well, it's only
Only one. Yeah,
only
I just woke up
hmm,
and I was like, oh, Dan's on.
yeah. Well, I was trying
So
to.
I
I
thought,
was trying.
good.
Well, I'm trying to figure out how to do the simulcast with the new uh the new Rumble. You know?
Oh, so we're on YouTube too?
Yeah, we're on YouTube and Rumble. So what I was doing though, I'm
Oh,
glad I tried it because it didn't work because
now it's
apparently I've got
working.
it. No, it is. But like what happened was um when I set it up for Rumble the first time, it wouldn't go. It was like saying there was an error. So what I've learned is I've got to like put the stream key in every time. So I have to create a room but I have to put the stream key in. It doesn't save, it doesn't give me my own unique stream key, I guess. Or maybe I'm doing something
Oh,
wrong. So far, what it is I've got to go in there and, put it in. So that's the way it is. And
yeah,
yeah.
because I got the notice for Rumble. I didn't get the notice for YouTube.
Okay. This is the video. So I'm just going to show a quick clip of this. This is like this rock from it. These are trees. Like, I'm like, oh my God, it's so cool. He just kind of outlines it pretty cool. He talks about it. And he just, I mean, when you see it, you're just like, damn, that's so cool.
You think that's a tree?
Yeah, I do. I think it's a big old tree, Fizzy.
And those are the babies?
All right, now we're gonna go down and
Look,
we're gonna go down there.
he's
Oh,
standing on like the giant part of the tree. Like this is the probably the big stump of the tree, and it fell. Like when it was cut down.
okay. Because the other part looks like a rock, but the stone on the ground does look like a tree.
Yeah, well, he'll show it to you, and it's like it's a, obviously you just think it's if you saw it, normally people think this is a rock formation, but it's a petrified
Mhm.
tree. And when he kind of goes through and he talks about how you can see the rings and you can see like where the bark was and like it's all petrified, and I'm like, man, everything's getting revealed nowadays. So yeah, it probably was. All that shit was huge. Anyway, here's some more.
And look at the face of this. Okay. So hold on. Okay, so let me show you this. This section right here, that's just the center core. And this thing was hundreds, if not thousands of feet in diameter before it all broke apart. Now let me show you here. Okay. You look right here. You're gonna see the rings as if you were looking at it down at a stump and seeing the rings. All this over here is gone. All this, who knows how thick it was, is gone. Just this small section remains. And you see the radius rings as if they would go around this like that.
It's a tree. Can you believe that shit?
Oh
Can
my
you
God.
imagine seeing a tree that big?
We have this
How
huge
freaking
thing.
cool.
It's very similar to that. We have this huge like rock thing
Mhm.
behind our house. When the snow's gone, I should go investigate it and see if I could find the roots
That's
and
what I'm
things.
saying. That's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, people, I don't know. They always talk about like all the surface of the earth and stuff like that. We see things, but like what we think is just mountain ranges or whatever, or just large hills could be stuff that was there. Like maybe it was a down tree or a petrified tree or something like that. I don't know. I'm just saying like they're finding more and more of this stuff, and I do believe of course Devil's Tower, Wyoming.
Mhm.
That obviously looks like a tree. What's weird about that, like I said in the beginning when I saw it during the Mandela effect, like that just like literally came to me before a week before there's no forest on flat earth, which was like this huge like it went viral, this video about these things being trees. And oddly enough, I had that same thought, and I remember showing it to everyone in the cast, and I was like, "What do you think this is?" And another oddity was that when I watched Close Encounters of the Third Kind, where they filmed that scene, it did not look like that. Like, I don't know how to explain it. It just looked more rocky and stuff. It did look like a rock formation, whereas now it was like this giant tree. So it's kind of like, I don't know how to explain it. It
Okay,
never dawned on me until I saw a picture of it.
so what are those super big trees called? Like redwood tree?
The redwoods, yeah.
What if it's just like a old redwood tree and they used to be everywhere?
Yeah, I mean that,
Or do you think
and
bigger than that?
well, so I assume what happened was, and why these trees are all cut down, I have no idea. But why is it that there are always all these mesas and stuff where, when they show this in the video, they'll show these plateaus, like well, there's, of course, there's Devil's Tower, but it's completely flat on top. That makes no sense at all geologically. Like, it shouldn't be that. This whole thing, that's a tree. And not to mention, it shows, oh, what they'll show is this too, when they show like this, like these areas right here, they think this is a giant tree stump.
You know what that reminds me of? And
That's
this is
nuts.
really, it just popped in my head.
Yeah.
There was an anime called Oh My Goddess, or Oh My
Mhm.
Goddess, or something like that. And in the movie, there was a tree that connected heaven and earth, and these huge, like, titan things came in, and they chopped them down and broke our connection.
No kidding. They're telling you the truth. It's like, oh my God, really? And what's it called again?
Let me look it up. But then
So
they
this
sing a
one's
song, and the tree comes back.
oh, okay. Well, that's an interesting concept, because you would think that this thing definitely reaches to I don't know how high this thing grows, man. Like, if this were a stump and there
Oh
was a
God,
tree here, who knows how high that thing goes? Maybe it
I
does
think
reach into the heavens.
we got a Mandela on our hands.
What? Why?
Because it's being called Oh My Goddess and Ah My Goddess both. Oh goodness.
Oh, okay.
But it was the movie, not the series. So if you want to look it up, I'm pretty sure Crunchyroll would have it. But yeah, it was weird. I just thought of that. We've been looking at these trees forever, and I'm just like, wait a second.
That's
Could
insane.
be.
If that was a tree right there in that picture, if it was, what the fuck cut it down? Like, what cut this thing down so flat?
Oh,
I mean, if it were, okay, I'm not saying, I don't know. I mean, it's weird. I mean, like, you could easily go in with like ground penetrating radar and see a root system from this thing easily. A petrified roots, or at least a cavern system. That's probably why under these things there is caverns, because it might have been where roots were, and it leads way down under earth. I wonder if that's a possibility. But yeah, I mean, these are almost hard to imagine. I can see, for some reason, Devil's Tower looks more like just a big old tree. Like, I could kind of sort of envision that tree, but I can't even imagine seeing something this large. Like, we are like tiny compared to what.
I'm trying to find pictures from the movie of the things that were cutting them down. Because what's
Yeah.
really even weirder is, that rock that looks like an old man?
Mm-hmm.
Those were the things cutting
Yeah.
down the trees.
That is that's a Nephilim, right? That would be one of the Nephilim. That'd be one of the things that were, hybrids that never stop growing. And they, the Bible states there are 300 ells or something like that, and that equates to, like, I think, if I remember correctly, it's like 1,500 feet tall, which sounds insane. Like, 1,500 feet tall. Like, how the hell could you even breathe the air at 1,500 feet? Like, damn, that's a big person, right? But then you're like, but if everything else was bigger in the world and the trees were that big, and I guess it would look normal. Yeah, that's kind of crazy to think about, man. Somebody being that tall. Let's see, look, 300 L's. 300 L's. in the Bible. So that is 100 ells in feet.
I'm just seeing if I can find a clip we can use.
Okay, so it's 1,125 feet, not 1,500, but 1,100 in L. So still 1,000-foot tall person or Nephilim. That would be crazy. Okay, so then you start seeing all these pictures. You start seeing the tree. He makes a case for these mesas and stuff are trees too. I don't know. But there's some other stuff in here that really makes you go like this one. Holy sh! Like the other thing I can't think of is okay. You cut this down, and they cut it really flat. That's what I can't understand. It's like, why is it so flat? All these are so flat. And literally, you look in here, it's like you can almost see rings. But okay, so you say you cut it flat. It's not exactly the way you cut down a tree, unless they cut it and then you just flattened out the stump, whatever. But let's just say they cut the tree. Where is all that? Where is the tree? Where is all that? I mean, that thing was so high up. Where did it land? Did it get washed away? Did they just use the wood? I mean, obviously, maybe they did. But then you would think, okay, with all that wood, where are all the wooden structures? You'd think there'd be something left. It'd be some giant structures made out of wood, or maybe they're petrified now. Anyway, there's a lot of questions I have. I don't know. But I think it's I always find this stuff very fascinating. Think what our world was like. Wow. Another, see how here's another one that rises up and it's pretty damn flat. And that one's hard to fathom, man. That thing is tall. Holy shit.
Yeah, it's a weird shape too. Like half the
Yeah.
tree fell down.
Right? Let's see. Play part of this. I wonder. Wow, that's pretty. It's like one of those reverse falls.
waterfall?
Yeah, kind of almost. She. Okay. You know, it's all or nothing with this kind of stuff, you know? It's like, well, maybe it would. And if it is, and they're all that
So
way.
if you cut down a tree like that,
Of a tree in the midst of the earth, and the height thereof was great. The tree grew and was strong, and the height thereof reached unto heaven, and the sight thereof to the end of all the earth. The leaves thereof were fair, and the fruit thereof much, and in it was meat for all. The beasts of the field had shadowed it, and the fowls of the heaven dwelt in the boughs thereof, and all flesh was fed. I saw in the visions of my head upon my bed, and behold, a watcher and an holy one came down from heaven. He cried aloud and said thus, Hew down the tree and cut off his branches, shake off his leaves and scatter his fruit, that the beasts get away from under it, and the fowls from his branches. Nevertheless, leave the stump of his roots in the earth, even with a band of iron and brass in the tender grass of the field. And let it be wet with the dew of heaven, and let his portion be with the beasts in the grass of the earth. Let his heart be changed from man's, and let a beast's heart be given unto him, and let 7 times pass over. This matter is by the decree of the watchers, and the demand by the word of the holy ones, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men, and giveth it to whomsoever he will, and setteth up over it the basest of men.
Huh. That's a telling passage in the Bible. Okay.
Some of the parts of the tree, maybe they're just old, but it looks kind of burnt too.
Oh, right. Yeah, it does. It's hard to say, but just kind of the way it's breaking off, it's
Hmm.
breaking off. Sorry, it's breaking off like like when you see a tree that's rotting away and kind of splitting like that. I mean, when you look at, you see a lot of commonality. I mean, this is rock, right? So you're like, oh, those are rocks, but I don't know. I've seen petrified wood before, and it turns to stone. So
Hmm.
pretty interesting. You need water, I know that. So then you have the flood, and then you have things turning into stone. And uh, this is another one. This area right here. Like, can you imagine if all this was like a lush green area, and then these were trees? These are just the stumps. Like, it's kind of crazy to think about. Now, I never could buy the idea that this was all like the land was way up here, and this is all from like rushing water coming through. But
Or
then it also made
glaciers or whatever
or
else it is.
glaciers or whatever. Yeah, I never could buy that. I was like, no, I'm not buying that. I think that, well, either there was I could buy the deluge part of it, but I just don't, I just, to me, it always looked like something else. Anyway, this is a cool, it's really cool, man. If you like this kind of stuff, I'll post the link. This area. This is interesting. They say these are trees, which is weird because I never heard anybody say that these structures were anything else but like over millions of years of evolution and you know um, ice and glaciers and whatever. They always have that excuse. But listen in on this. This is interesting. Maybe this is the part. Here you go.
Of fossilized wood specimens that lie in close proximity with one another. In this isolated area that is known as the Badlands, there is little vegetation, and it is therefore quite unusual to encounter any form of wildlife. Illuminated by the sunlight, the petrified tree trunks and their glossy red appearance have always been the subject of fantasy and imagination.
That one's kind of grainy.
I saw, and behold, a tree in the midst of the earth, and the height thereof was great. The tree grew and was strong, and the height thereof.
So this is who cut down the trees?
And what they do with all of it, like if you build,
Hmm.
if you got a tree that big, you could build a ton of stuff. But they built everything out of gold, so.
Yeah, I just find the whole story fascinating. I just think that you know, um, the idea that these, I mean, how many times have we seen? I think of like Avatar, obviously with the giant tree there, and then you know, then we were basically the invaders or the Nephilim, right? So it's kind of a role reversal. There was the like the original species of the planet, and we had come from another planet with our technology, and then we destroyed their tree. So it's kind of telling the same fucking story that the Bible tells. Like if you really look at it, it's like, oh shit, like that's crazy. But yeah, I mean, hey, I'm just telling you, man. I think our history has been totally lost. I think they lied to us about everything. I don't believe in the evolutionary theory. Who knows? Earth could be completely flat. Don't know. Not here to say either way. I don't think we're on a spinning ball going 1,000 miles an hour. I
Yeah,
don't think we're just
it
floating
broke
out
the
in
trees.
space.
It was going so fast.
Yeah, I don't think I don't think we're out here floating in space somewhere and inside of a galaxy and just, aimlessly just, wandering, you know, God knows where into the abyss. The whole thing is ridiculous. I can't buy that. So yeah, I think that after what I've experienced and what I've come to realize over the last 5 to 10 years, and you know, witnessing some of the reality changes and things overnight. I think it's I just I don't really much worry about why that happened. I Now I'm more just in a sense of what can I take from it. Uh, I think at this point in the game, the idea of waking people up to what we call the Mandela effect is sort of a moot point. I don't think it matters anymore. I think those who got what they need to get out of it got it, and then you can take that and learn from it, and then move forward in your life. It's funny though. I still bring it up with some people. I was talking about a few of them, and I had somebody kind of going, "Holy shit, what?" They're like, "What? What?" It's it was just some of the basic ones, but I didn't bring up the damn bears. But I did talk about like some of the auto parts places changing, and I said, "What about?" I said, "You like watching uh, the what was it, Dorothy, and you like watching the Wizard of Oz? Did you watch that every year?" And like, yeah, yeah. I was like, "Yeah, isn't it cool?" And Scarecrow had pulled out a gun, and they're like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" Yeah, yeah, Scarecrow. Yeah, he was packing heat. Remember that? And they're like, "What? Scarecrow didn't have a gun?" I'm like, "Yeah, yeah, he did. He had a gun. Yeah, look it up."
I don't
And
think I don't think you can shoot a witch though.
well, the point is that he was packing heat,
I
and
know,
and they didn't even.
but
And I think
I'm
that's
just wondering why
hilarious. I
he never
mean,
used it. I
I
mean,
think
you're
he
getting
dropped the
attacked.
gun. I think he dropped
Oh
it.
boy.
Yeah, he dropped it or something. Like, whatever. Now some poor little, some poor little
What if
munchkin
a
found the
monkey?
gun.
What if a
Yeah.
monkey picked it up?
Or a munchkin. What if a munchkin just what happened to
A
just walk
munchkins weren't
by?
there.
But
Yeah.
well, they weren't. No,
Mm-mm.
no, no. What were they? Just
They were in the witch's woods, so it was just them and the little monkey things came and got them.
you don't think the
Remember?
munchkins could have made it to the witches woodlands area?
All right, I'm gonna nerd out on you for a second because
Are you?
I read all
Oh
the books.
God. Oh Jesus. I'm
So
sorry. Okay, help me.
the Munchkins live in this one district, and then
Oh, in a
there's
district. Oh, okay. All right.
there's different parts of Oz, and different species live in the different parts. So the Munchkins wouldn't have gone to the witch's woods, obviously, because they'd be terrified.
Okay. I'm just, I just don't want, loaded guns laying around the woods. So
No, that's what I mean. I think a monkey would have grabbed it,
I'm like,
or one of those trees that was after him too. They could have grabbed it. It's
yeah,
very irresponsible.
irresponsible. Yeah, it's completely irresponsible. I agree. Horrible. Yeah. Who
The
gave
one
the
person, yeah, the one
yeah,
person that can't control their limbs. Let's give him the gun instead of
right.
like the Tin Man, who was the only competent one in the series.
Didn't the wizard, wasn't he the one passing out like unregistered firearms?
The
It was a
wizard?
wizard. Yeah, the wizard. Didn't he? Isn't he the one that gave him all the he was the one that told him to go kill the witch, right?
Yeah, but he didn't give him no weapons.
But he
In,
did. He
in the
had
one I
to.
remember, yeah, in the one I
Well, I
remember,
mean,
they just kind of had like like cartoony weapons, like a big net and like a mallet and dumb
Mallet,
stuff
right?
you would see in a cartoon.
Right. Maybe a wrench or something, like the Tin Man had a wrench, didn't he, or something?
Yeah.
Yeah. But Scarecrow didn't really. I didn't know what he had. Didn't he have like maybe, I don't know, like a spear or
You got the
stick?
picture? Can you bring the picture up?
Yeah, I can bring the picture up. I mean, we
I
can look
thought
at
it was.
it.
I thought he had a mallet, because Lion
That was a
had.
mallet.
Yeah, Lion had like a net, and the other guy had his wrench. So they gave him like this goofy mallet, which he never used. They never used them anyway. So
Yeah, here's kind of a. Let's see. Here's a picture of the kind of the arms they had, like when they were getting ready to get
yeah, the
down.
books were terrifying. I don't recommend them, especially if you're a child.
Really?
Hmm.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Well, here's.
they're saying we lost audio and we're buffering.
Oh, really? Uh-oh.
Ooh. Someone let us know.
Okay, hold on.
Oh, it's just Philo. Is it the storm?
No, he's said he had an axe. Okay, yeah. Well, yeah, maybe an axe. Well, wait.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
what?
he could have used the axe because he was a lumberjack or whatever.
Well, that was a lion. Did the lion have the axe? What
No,
did
he
it,
had
okay.
a big
He's got a
net.
crazy mallet, right?
Lion
So look,
has
Tin Man
net.
has this giant ass wrench. He's got this crazy
So
mallet,
now
like Mario
now
Brothers
the
mallet.
lion is holding both weapons.
No, Tin Man's. Oh no, he does
Tin
have
Man's
something
got
else.
that.
Oh, he's got a
He's
big
got the
net. Yeah,
net
yeah.
and the mallet.
The net and a mallet. Scarecrow's got the pistole. I mean, it is kind of weird. Like, I don't remember Tin Man with his giant ass crescent wrench either. I mean, that is
I
kind of
would have said
strange.
I would have said wrench or axe. Axe would have looked better that
An
big.
axe.
Yeah.
Maybe an axe. Yeah, where's the axe?
But why does
That's true. I missed
the
it.
lion got two weapons?
Yeah.
He should have given one. I think Scarecrow had the mallet. That's what I think.
Why they give a lion a net? Shouldn't that be like Dorothy's job to be netting mofos? I'm just saying, like
Catching
that's the
monkeys.
girl that should be netting people. She'd
No,
be
she
catching
didn't. She didn't
butterflies
have a
and stuff.
weapon.
Well, I'm just saying, that's why you give the girl the net. That
Yeah,
way it's not
he
really
could have
like
given her something if he's got two.
she doesn't have to get all bloody. She can just net people, net monkeys and stuff. Just saying, you wouldn't want Dorothy to be all, like the blood runs. No,
Yeah, they're
blood
after
splatter.
Dorothy. Give her something.
Well, I'm just saying. I mean, that's what I'd give the girl the net. Here you go, babe. That way you don't hurt yourself. What is that sexist?
No, it's just logic.
Oh, okay. Well, and not to mention, I feel like Dorothy would be the one that would be more apt to want to catch a butterfly in Oz.
No, you catch the monkey with it because they fly. And then you hit it with the mallet, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay, this turned dark really fast. I mean, okay, obviously we were just talking about that the Scarecrow has a pistol. Scarecrow's got a gun. Yeah.
Yeah, never trusted that man. I don't know why she said, "You were always my favorite." Like, really? So rude.
Yeah. The other thing too, I remember him pinning a heart to the Tin Man. I don't know where he opened up that little thing on him and stuck a heart inside because I don't even see it here. So I don't know how that happened. Remember, where he opens him up and he puts a heart inside of him, right? At the end of it, is that how it happens?
Sort of.
Yeah. I haven't watched this movie since Mandela Effect because I'm just like so creeped out. Well, I did watch it once, but after I watched it, I was like, this is not the Wizard of Oz I grew up knowing and loving, like
When
as a
I was
kid.
little, I had a Dorothy dress and little red slippers. I used to pretend to be Dorothy all the time because I went as her for Halloween. And then, when you're little, you just wear your costumes all the time. So I was always Dorothy, and I had a pound puppy in a little basket.
Aw, that's cute. Yeah, that was just one I brought up today because I was like, I know this will get him. This got one person I know really bad, and I was like, yeah, with the gun, Scarecrow, and they were I'll never forget because you can always get them with the scare because we've all watched this movie Like, if this is really a good one to bring up. I mean, obviously, I thought avocado stalking people and talking about Haas avocados would really be a groundbreaker, but it really wasn't.
I was never
It
an
was more for
avocado
my entertainment.
person, but
Yeah.
I think this
Yeah.
movie used to be on every single year. Was it Thanksgiving or something like that?
Christmas, Thanksgiving, somewhere
Yeah,
in the
we all
holidays.
watched it. Everybody watched it.
Everybody watched it. Everybody. I must have seen this like 30 times, growing up. Maybe watched it twice in 1 year. Like, I've saw it enough times that I know that the fucking scarecrow didn't have a gun. So when you bring that up, you just rip people's childhood memories like to bits. It's great. And then they're just like, what are you talking about? And then the next thing they're like, well, why did they add that in to the movie? I'm like, they didn't. Do you have an old VCR or copy of this? I'm like, slap that puppy in, dust off the VCR, put that sucker in, be kind, rewind, and watch it. I was like, you're gonna trip, man. I mean, there's all kinds of scenes in there. I'm just like not happy about. You know, now that this whole production was evil, as far as I'm concerned. And then
Yeah,
then you
it
find,
was pretty cursed. If you read the
yeah,
behind the scenes, like the Munchkins used to try to grope Dorothy, and it's nasty stuff on there.
I'm telling you, Kryptonic, I'm with you. He didn't have no damn giant ass wrench. I think there was an axe involved, and I kind of go with the net. Uh,
Wait, look at his other arm.
oh wait,
There's
that
like
is the axe.
the point of an axe
It
is,
is. It
but
is.
he's not holding it. It's just like floating. What the heck?
No. He's grabbing it right here. It is part of the
Okay,
axe right here. Okay, so
so
there
they
is an
got
axe.
two
Okay,
weapons.
so they just got two. They
It's
got more weapons. And I guess Scarecrow has just a gun. He's like, I guess that's all you need.
it would have worked if you knew how to use it.
Sure, if you didn't get
Oh no,
scared
they
and
got
drop it.
Dorothy. Not anymore.
Right. Yeah. So that was one I brought up, and then let's see, talked about some J.C. Penney, and I talked about some advanced auto parts. It's not advanced, and that one got her because she was like, "What? You mean it's not advanced auto parts?" Oh yeah, it's advanced. Advanced. She goes, "Well, that sounds stupid." I go, "I know," but she goes, "When they change it?" I was like, "It's
Mm,
never been advanced. You're not getting it." That's the thing people think. They just think that it's been like they think of a Mandela effect is like memories that change because we
yeah.
didn't see the changes. Like it happened, and I had to explain to them like, "No, man, shit's gone. Like you don't understand. You live in a fluid reality. Your shit yeah, it's not static. It doesn't. Things can manifest quickly. Why these changes happen to all these things, God only knows. I was thinking about another one today too when I walked out to the. I know, man. The Audi symbol. We talk about car symbols all the time.
Hmm.
Volvo was not a. It was a female circle. Now it's a male symbol, which is perfect. That is so perfect. Like, especially in the Mandela effect, we see a lot of male to feminine or feminine to male type transformation. But Audi is another one that's interesting because to me it was 3 rings, not 4. So Audi has 4 rings now, and the reason I thought the Audi symbol, I know the Audi symbol had only 3 rings, was because I'd look behind when the Olympic Games would come up every 4 years. I thought, man, if I had an Audi, I could just add 2 rings because they were they were touching, and I thought I could put the rings below it, and I could have you know, a symbol for the Olympic Games. But you couldn't have that with 4 rings. I wouldn't. Why would I even think I could do that? I knew what the logo looked like for the Olympic Games, 5 rings, and I didn't think there wasn't just 4 there. So I wouldn't have thought that so much. I kept looking at that, and I would manifest, and it was just a way for me to remember it like that. It had 3 fucking rings. It was not 4. So that one's big for me. But I never really harped on it too much because it was like, yeah, whatever. I don't know. It's like it's hard to find proof of that, because it's an actual logo itself. It's hard to find the original uh, of a logo where you'd have 3 instead of 4, unless maybe an artist conception of it.
Look at Bear Lamb's comment.
He had
Says,
5 rings for the German companies that joined the organization. Audi.
Audi is
What
Latin
mean?
for 5.
Oh,
Hmm.
interesting. I just telling you 3 rings, man. I don't know. I remember 3. Now, again, it's only because I pictured the Olympic flag, behind an
Yeah.
Audi, and I remember specifically thinking that. And like I said, I believe that our walk through this world, certain things happen, certain ideas come to our heads, because there was a time where things were going to happen or manifest, and it's strange that I have memories like this, and then I can use it to explain why I believe what I believe. 100% legit. But yeah, I don't know, man. And so then I started thinking, okay, so if the circle represents a woman, the woman represents the earth. Now there's 4 of them, and if every circle, if you consider that an age, are we in the 4th age? The 4th and final age. And is it possible that that's what those circles represent? And also, they always, the way they intersect, of course, you know it's like they overlap each other, so it's like 4 ages that are interwoven. And that's kind of what we see a blending effect going on with the Mandela stuff. So I don't know, man. I'm just saying, shit's weird, man. It's so weird. I often wonder, like, okay, man, I feel like one day we just, when we leave here, things are that's when the real awakening happens, after we leave here. But while we're here, I think that we just sort of figure it out. This is truly like we're really in some type of and I don't want to use the I don't want to say the things that everyone said, like a hologram or whatever. It's not like that. I don't even know what to call it, man. But I mean, it's real enough, isn't it? Everything's sort of. But imagine if this were some type of illusion where, we lived in this reality and everything felt real, and we feel like we're really a part of this whole thing. And okay, so say that is the case, man. Just if it were a program, who is the designer? Because you just think about how everything functions here, and how everything just sort of, you know, like everything has a role, everything, works in conjunction with one another. I mean, from the smallest things in the world, like nature, to the way we live, and we experience this world, everything, like it works so flawlessly, really. I mean, obviously there's a few hiccups, don't get me wrong, but damn, isn't that strange? Like when you really like try to experience life and you just sort of figure it out, and you're just like, man, okay, this is really bizarre. I think about it all the time. Like I don't even feel like when you kind of think about this all the time, and you're just trying to live life, and it what makes it difficult, is dealing with people on a personal level. That's where it's hard, man, because in your mind that a lot of the stuff that we like really put energy into and we think is really important, at the end of the day really isn't. But that's the thing, is you still have to find, happiness in this life, and you still want to live life and all this other stuff. So then you have to ask yourself, okay, either you got to get busy living or get busy dying. It's like, what do you want to do? Because this is the deal. You're a part of this thing until God decides you're not. So while you're here, man, the good news is think about it. Like all the stuff we worry about and all the stuff we're afraid of, really, there's nothing to be afraid of. I mean, if it is what it is, if we're part of a game or we're part of uh, some sort of reality where we can live out a physical existence, and we know that we're really not physical, dude, that's kind of badass. It's sort of freeing, really. And I think about that a lot. And it's like, obviously there's things in this world I take importance with, just like everyone else. Everyone has things that's important, and we all like stuff, whatever. But really, man, at the end of the day, dude, it matters nothing. It's kind of cool in a way, because you're just like, well, yeah, but I don't know. The only thing I would say it might make it difficult is finding, like,
You got to
a
learn how to
person to
mask
connect with.
things.
You got to find a person to connect with. Like, if you're really looking for love, and all that kind of stuff, that might be difficult, because
Yeah,
you're
don't bring that
really
out on the first date ever.
no, don't bring it out on any date. If you're this awake to what's going, if you're even thinking on my level, like, okay, don't even talk. No, just you're gonna have to live that life with your significant other, if they're grounded in the world. I wouldn't really talk about that unless they're really open to that type of thing. And then it's cool. But if you just happen, that's why so many people remember when the Mandela Effect first came out, and the biggest problem with people is one person in the relationship was really, really affected and the other one wasn't. And how
Hmm.
many people we spoke to that were just like, holy shit, they were like, my significant other, I think, has changed. He's not the same person, or she's not the same person. It's not that they changed, it's that you changed. They didn't change. More than likely, it was you. Um, you started becoming more self aware, and they didn't. And then when you did talk about this kind of stuff, they pushed back, and they're like, "Ew, this kind of creeps me out. I don't really want to go
Yeah, like,
there."
why do you care so much? What difference
Yeah,
does
why?
it
Why?
make?
Yeah, what difference does it make? Yeah, well, it makes all the difference in the world, man, about how I'm gonna, experience life. So that's the thing. I think that's the part too that took me so much longer to, with YouTube and stuff and being stuck over there. I didn't really give a shit, because I was like I joke and say, yeah, man, I saw this and I experienced it and I was blown away by it, to the point where I threw my hands up and said, fuck it. I don't care anymore. Whatever. Life doesn't mean nothing. Dude, it didn't mean shit. I was like, I'm just waking up every day just hoping Jesus comes back. I'm like, this is the time. It's gonna happen any day now. But and then there's depression and stuff like that, and you go through that. I didn't share any of that stuff really, because I felt like I had to be strong, and I had to just kind of, man, you don't have any idea. There were times where, man, I just was like, I can't believe I'm doing this. I can't believe I'm even saying this, because at some point you're so self-aware, you also are aware of the way people perceive you, and that is frightening in itself. And it's sad, because you're like, dude, I know people would judge me harshly if they knew
And that's
what I
why
said.
that's why you learn to mask yourself. Because, like, I got lucky. I had my mental breakdown before Mandela Effect. So when it happened again, I was just like, all right, we got this. Like, so
Yeah,
if you think about it, like, you act a certain way at work, and then you act a certain way at home, and you act a certain way with these friends, and you act a certain way with these friends. So I had you guys to talk about this kind of stuff with. So I didn't really feel the need to just, I don't know how to put it, just like, I wasn't really called to, like, just tell everybody I saw. I was like, look at this, look at this, look at this, and then they'd think I was
right.
crazy. Like, I had to be a little
No, I
bit more
did. No,
careful.
I did all that. I did all that shit. I absolutely did all that shit. I was like, I made a fool of myself. I was like, oh my God. Because I was just expecting the entire world to agree with me. But the more
Yeah,
it was, what was annoying was, the more I talked about it, the more I realized, you mofos never paid attention to shit. That's really what it came down to. People just did not stop and smell the roses. People never paid attention to this world, never looked at the fine details. Like, that's one thing you really learn about people, is like, they just don't do it. That's why we're so easily influenced and mind controlled through social media. That's the biggest problem. And so, when you come to that reality, and then you start to feel like, fuck, man, like, there's only, like, truly worldwide, like, a handful of people who really get it. And I think of, like, the New Order of the Bohemians, Dr. Richard Day, and he's talking about the interview that he had with the pastor, who said he talked to this fucking demon, pretty much, who basically said that, oh yeah, we're gonna change, everything's gonna change. He talked about it. Go back and listen to that fucking video, man. 1968, this fool lays it all out. How we would eat, how they would change the Bible, how only a few people would know that the Bible changed, bum bum bum, Mandela, and then the fact that they would do it, and they would, and by changing the Bible and changing the words, they would be able to manipulate humanity into, into the form they wanted. I'm like, who the fuck are these people? And how could you change the Bibles? You can't change the Bibles. The Bibles are written, dude. You ain't changing shit. I was like, this guy's full of crap. I remember when I heard that. I heard that years before Mandela Effect, and I thought, there is no fucking way that this guy is legit. This is bullshit on the highest order. And then the Bible changed, and and then guess what? Nobody knew it. Nobody saw it. And then he was absolutely right. And the ones that did, who were screaming to the rooftops that, hey, are screaming from the rooftops that, hey, the Bible's changing, and there's new scriptures in there, and the meaning of the words don't mean the same, and all that stuff. He said nobody would care. Fuck. This dude was spot on, man. Like, he didn't call it the Mandela effect. He just said, yeah, that shit's gonna change, and we're gonna basically manipulate it and blah blah blah.
I think
I'm like,
changing our food was a big one because nobody has
Yeah.
any energy. So they're all like really quick to anger, they're frustrated, they're tired. Everyone just feels like crap all the time because we don't have any good food. And then everything else kind of comes down from that. Like, you don't have time to care about whatever we're talking about because you just don't feel good.
Yeah, no, and I was watching something like, so two of the largest tobacco companies bought like 66% or something like that of all the major food companies. And then let me see if I can find the video. I'll show it. It's pretty interesting. I was like, oh shit, that's kind of crazy. Yeah. So they bought here it is. Here it is. I'll play this video for you guys. It's only about a minute long. So let me play it 1 sec. Yeah, you guys need to see this. I didn't know this. I learned this tonight. I was like, I need to vet this, but I don't know. It looks legit, probably is, but it makes sense because I've always said, if you read a bag of Doritos, man, there is like 50 different weird ass, like, I can't pronounce, like
That are
shit.
banned in Europe and every other
Yeah,
country.
there's all kinds of, like, preservatives and shit in these chips that I'm like, do you really need all this on a fried ass corn chip? Like, really? Like, I'm just thinking, yeah, maybe they're right. Maybe they are slightly drugging us, and they're making the food toxic. And it would make sense because, yeah, if you eat too many Doritos, if you don't have a stomach ache, come on now.
That's why they were able to eat food like that in the 50s and stay slim because their
Because
food
the
had
food had
actual,
nutrition.
yeah, and then
Yeah.
their body would be like, okay, you're full
The
now.
bread had nutrition, all that. Here it is. Like, here's an interesting little blurb. I don't know if it's absolutely true, but let's look and see. Here we go.
Tobacco took the billions of profits they made from generations of addicted smokers and invested in something more family friendly. Something that could have a big effect on our future. Something that we consume every day. The food we eat. In 1985, tobacco giant R.J. Reynolds bought Nabisco Foods. Tobacco pioneer Philip Morris bought General Foods, and 3 years later, Kraft Foods, making them the largest food producer in North America. And leaving the business of food in the capable hands of the same corporations who helped addict us to tobacco. Using the same tactics they used to promote tobacco, food companies set about peddling the entire planet a diet of processed goods, loaded with chemicals and additives, masquerading as food. This new machine operates with specific targets in mind, like addicting consumers, without them knowing it.
Okay. Interesting. And yeah, I 100% believe it, man, for sure.
Thanks for the quick action.
So yeah, And yeah, there's just more of these videos tonight.
Yeah, I had
Um,
my
what's up?
sister-in-law has always
Hmm.
struggled with her weight, and she would sit down and just, eat a whole bag of cookies or eat a whole bag of chips, and I'm just like, how can you just sit there? Like, I have chips with a sandwich or something. I didn't realize that she was literally like addicted to food. Like she couldn't even
Yeah,
help herself.
yeah, and it's funny because you look at older videos, like, dude, they've really. I mean, there just wasn't. Everyone had like a different body type. Like, look at the '80s, like in movies and just in news, like when they're at an event,
Hmm.
everyone's thin and very muscular
Well, you
and
can see pictures. Like they'll
like
show an apple from the 50s and it has this amount of nutrients, and then they'll show an apple from the 2000s and it has like 5% of what they used to get.
wow.
It's nutty.
Dude, it really. Like when I get this new. I am so growing a garden. Oh my god! If I can find some seeds, some heirlooms or something, heirloom seeds. I don't know. I feel like I want to grow my own stuff. Like I feel like I'm getting no nutrition in this world. Like it doesn't matter even when you eat like fruit and stuff. I don't know. And then they change the fruit. Like they have those grapes that taste like cotton candy and stuff. I'm like,
Hmm.
come on, man. The devil made that grape. There's no way you should eat a whole bag of those. There's no way.
I still
Like
haven't tried them,
fact,
and I haven't
yeah,
been
it,
able to
it
find that
tastes just
fruit
like
that
cotton
tastes like
candy.
pudding. Isn't there a
Oh
banana
man.
that tastes like pudding?
Maybe. I
Something
mean,
like
I wouldn't
that.
be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah. I don't know. I find myself like trying like different types of fruit. Just like dragon fruit and all that other stuff like they have. I like to try different stuff from. A lot of it comes from Mexico, like different fruits and stuff. But got to be careful, man, because some of those tropical fruits can kind of break me out.
Yeah, it was
You
weird. We were just talking about our garden because we do one every year, and Dad's like, yeah, I think we'll have to grow a little bit more this year just because all the banks and all this other stuff. I'm like, yeah, good idea. At least we'll have our canned food at home. But you
Huh.
don't want to use any artificial,
Just been
like
trying.
you don't want to use like Miracle Grow or stuff because that's gonna just ruin what you got.
Well,
If you can get it, the best thing. We used to use horse manure because we had horses,
right.
and so if you know somebody that's got like an animal that could just poop there for you, I don't know how to. But you
What?
don't want to use any of those Miracle Grow chemicals or anything like that. Just let them grow. You can also
Okay.
use like what do they call it
Oof.
when you use like that
It sounds kind of. Oh,
compost?
yeah, compost. Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, like I said, I don't want to. Yeah, I don't want to use like a miracle grow type of stuff. I'd rather do it au naturel if I could. I don't know about horse poop and stuff. That's probably
That's just what
kind of
that's just what we
kind of
had.
earthy tasting. Imagine it tastes very earthy. You know.
No, the food doesn't taste like poop. It just makes your soil better.
Now, I know that, but I'm just thinking that it grows. It's kind of got a little. You take.
No, it doesn't. You try a carrot from the store or
Hmm.
tomatoes. Okay, tomatoes from
Okay.
the store are disgusting.
They are.
I
I
actually
agree.
like fresh tomatoes from the garden. They just taste like
They're sweet. They're good.
juicy and good and delicious.
Oh,
And
they're
then you get
so
one
good. They
from
have
the
the
store and
best
it's like
taste.
it tastes like nothing.
Yeah, I know. It's just just picturing it. But yeah, you might. I'm sure you're right. Just you know.
There's plenty of horses in Texas. You'll be fine.
Hmm. God, man, I just remember what I think about all the times, like like using Roundup and stuff to kill grass. Jesus, and
Mm.
weeds.
You probably killed a bunch of bugs and cats and
Oh,
dogs too.
oh no! I just remember one time I like had a big weed problem, and I just I decided I think I'm just gonna kill. I just like went Auschwitz, in my yard, and I killed everything, and like it completely died. And then once everything died, like out of the blue, like Bermuda grass started growing. I'll never forget it. It like grew. Like it was crazy. Once you got the weeds and stuff out of the way, this Bermuda grass, it's like it was so weird. It like all popped up and started growing. It was beautiful. I agree. But I'm thinking at what cost, man? God dang, I must have sprayed like 2 gallons of Roundup, to kill the grass. I'm just like, oh, that's horrible, you know? I don't know. I just feel, I mean, in one hand, it was cool because the Bermuda grass took hold, because I got rid of all the weeds. But the way I got rid of the weeds, I feel, kind of like a
Oh,
Nazi.
Dan, it's gonna be so much fun, and I can teach you
Yeah.
how to can things, and you
Yeah.
can make your own jams
Cool.
and all kinds of stuff.
Mm.
Get yourself a real food supply now. I know everyone's stocking up on canned goods and like rice and pasta and all that stuff, but if you want good canned goods, you gotta make your own.
Huh.
My sister
I
built,
got tips, man. This is
yeah,
great.
my sister
Huh.
built a greenhouse last year, so she's already got an early start, and she gets these tomatoes. They're absolutely gigantic, and the whole thing is flavor. It's not like a store tomato. It's just great. And then we have enough to make our pasta sauce, pizza sauce, and diced tomatoes for different recipes. And yeah,
Holy
so
cow,
we
man.
try to cut down on the crap food that we eat. But I'm still addicted to those stupid dollar store cookies.
Right. It sounds like a bunch of the gals in here, like Martha
Oh
Stewart.
yeah,
I mean, they're like
it's
talking.
fun. It is
They
fun. You
want a
feel like you're
can.
really doing something.
Yeah, that's cool. The reason I say this is because, like, number one, I've always wanted to do it, but the reason it's always stuck with me is because I had a friend who grew his own tomatoes, grew
Hmm.
his own onions, his own peppers, and he made me a salsa one time out of all grown natural food.
Yep.
I've never in my life tasted better salsa than that. I mean, it was so fucking good.
Oh, my
Oh
sister
my
goes
God, it
all
was so
out. She grows her own garlic. She grows her own herbs. Like she grows everything. That's why I said you should marry her. Then you'd be set for life.
good. Oh, really?
Then you could be my brother too.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, it might work. I don't know.
She's the same age as you, so I think you guys would have a lot in common.
Oh, okay. Well, that's cool.
She was born in
That's cool.
'72.
Oh, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah,
There's quite an age gap in our family. Like
there
mom
is.
had mom had 2 kids when she first got married, and then when she was in her 30s, me and my brother popped up. So it was
Wow.
kind of a
It's sort of a,
surprise. Yeah.
yeah. So were you a mistake?
No, my brother was.
Oh,
And
okay.
then my mom
Okay.
doesn't like odd numbers, so she's like, well, he's not gonna have anyone to play with, like, and he'll be like practically an only child, which is not good. So we'll have a fourth one.
Bear Lamb's like, don't fall into the trap, Dan.
A trap.
The
Oh, I'm
marriage
playing
trap.
matchmaker. Who was I gonna
Yeah.
make Noble marry? I can't
I don't
remember.
remember. Mm,
I had someone picked out for him too.
Okay. So here's the deal, people. So I was able to go ahead and simulcast. I love saying that, simulcast on both Rumble and YouTube after once I figured it out. So that was awesome. So we got that. We hit that plateau. So I know what to do now. I just need to do a little bit of editing and everything. Once I have this working, I see how I can get both the streams up, and I've been checking on both sides of it, Rumble and let's see, and YouTube. So who knows? Maybe I'll even do what's my other one I had? Let me see. I have another one too. It was shoot. Trying to remember. Let's see, edit. I had Odyssey. That's what it was. I mean, I guess I could broadcast over there too, but I don't know
Odyssey
like if
died. Yeah.
Odyssey's dead, is it? It's over, huh?
Yeah, like I like the way Rumble is set up because it's very similar to YouTube. So when you go to Rumble,
What?
Yeah, Kitten says Odyssey is dead.
Okay.
Like when you go to Rumble, you know what you're
Mhm.
doing. You already know how to use it.
Yeah.
which is important because people are so used to YouTube. So when they see something similar, like, oh, this isn't so bad. But
Right.
honestly,
Right.
I didn't understand their chat room. Like, it would buffer all the time. It was just bad.
Okay. Well, that's cool. No, and like I said, I just wanted to like get used to the program because I wasn't sure if I could use the same stream key or not, and I was like, I would hate to wait until this weekend to try it, and so anyway, I was like, I'll just pop on tonight. Screw it. Even though I need to go to
That's good
bed.
because I woke
So
up in the middle of the night and I was just like, I can't get back to
yeah.
bed.
No, that's cool. I'm glad you popped in. So what I'll do is I'll go ahead and close the stream up, and then I might do some more practice runs, but all in all, I think it's great, and yeah, we'll definitely be going doing the Rumble thing as well as doing our thing on YouTube as well, and yeah, we'll do that, and then I'll be back with you guys, and I'm gonna try to broadcast like Friday nights or something. It's a good
Okay.
night to do it. Um, and like I said, there might be some other ones in between. It's just I don't really want to officially put out a schedule yet until I've got all my ducks in a row, so to speak. So that's what we'll do. Anyway, Fizzy, we'll go and wrap it up. And I just want to say thanks to everybody. This participation over here. How many people were in this chat? I don't know, but there's a lot of people. There's Ann, there's Bear, there's Beth, there's Crunchy, there's Crypnotic, Dean, Deborah, Fallen, Fizzy, Gogard, Joe, Kimberly, Cricket, Melanie, Mr. Million, Noise Guru, Parody, Philo, Pushing Buttons, and yeah, and then the other one we have can I see all the
Yeah, I saw some new names on Rumble. I don't know if people changed their names or
oh, I
if
can
they're
just pop out the chat. Oh, that's
KC
cool.
Fleet Beats.
Yeah, I see some people. There's EGIK or Igik.
Yeah, I read it as Eric just because I might be dyslexic, but we'll just call him Eric now.
Looks like Cal Psycho, but it's not. It's like CAL Calypso, maybe. Okay, yeah, there you go. It's kind of this chat. I need to figure out how to blow this up a little bit. Parody Mike. We have let's see, there's Bear Lamb over here as well too. Yeah, and KC Fleet Beats. Cool. What's up? All right, so yeah, man. I mean, it's just cool. Like I said, I'm just new to Rumble, and I've been on YouTube for 6 years, and just hanging on to the side of the rim during the big flush.
Yeah, it was a big hit when we lost our main channel.
Oof.
It
Yeah,
kind
main
of
channel
ruined the motivation to.
didn't really well that and reading slides.
Yeah,
Man.
yeah, I know.
I tried. I'm like, if I can't read it, I won't read these slides anymore. Done.
Well, I'm gonna look
it's an inside joke, people. Don't. Yeah,
I'm gonna look more into that one Mandela effect that just popped into my head. Like, it's driving me crazy now because I don't remember which way I remember it now. I'm confused.
There you go.
Does that ever happen where you see both ways and you're just like,
yes,
I don't know.
All the time. I mean, well, and what's funny is now that I've seen something change and then I forget, it's like years go by and then it's like it comes up again. I'm like, oh wait. I'm like, oh yeah, dude, that wasn't Mandela. Dude, that wasn't like that, was it? And I have to remind myself, but I can still see it. It's just that I feel myself. It's like Invasion of the Body Snatchers, It's like you're it's trying to force you to go to sleep so you'll just change. And it's like, no. No, I'm not going to do it. Anyway, so yeah, I do find myself looking at stuff and remembering. So it happens. Yeah, so that's it, guys. Thank you all for being a part of this broadcast. Like I said, just running some tests here and checking it out. 77 viewers over here, and we have like another 20 something over there on Rumble, which was cool. I hope it grows, and of course, we plan on doing more stuff, obviously, with this platform. Now that I feel like I can actually talk. If YouTube decides to cut the stream or whatever, I'm still on Rumble, so whatever. I don't plan on trying to monetize with YouTube. that is an exercise in futility. So that is not going to happen. Thank you, Bearlam, for the donations earlier. He trying out the, the monetization feature, and it works. So that's kind of cool. And so, yeah, I was just saying to everybody, that's kind of nice. That's cool. I mean, it's nice to,
Yeah, super chats definitely help us.
always, yeah, it does. Anyway, guys, thank you all for being part of this one, and you guys have a great night out there. Take care, and God bless.